Okay, hope you're ready because I am. Cześć, siema, jak leci? Ada here. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about the false start. I'm here now for real. Cześć, siema, jak leci? Again, Ada here. Another Sunday brunch. I know we had plans for German 24-hour ration, but well, let's say I don't know whether it doesn't agree with Adi and I need to do something smaller, shorter, and then get my rest in. So instead, something quite as interesting for you, I hope, which is a Polish indywidualna racja żywnościowa, individual food ration, S-R-6 or menu number 6. It's a single meal or 8-hour ration. The contents, as you can see, are listed in Polish, English and French. There's information on storage conditions, how much water you will need to prepare the thing. Best before date is end of July next year, so it's very fresh. And this particular menu is something that's very familiar to me. It's Bigos z kiełbasą. In English they call it sausage and cabbage stew. Sometimes I know it's been called hunter stew. I think I had it before in Russian and wasn't very impressed because texture-wise it's very different to the Bigos as I know it, but we'll see about that. So let's get into the package. As you can see, familiar dark green, very thick plastic bag, and that's about it on the outside. You will need a knife to get into. Come on. And here comes the contents. So we got a can of goulash angielski or English stew. It's like a processed meat to put on your bread. Got suchary specjalne, piasowskie, also known as panzer crackers. Very mishandled dżem jagodowy or blueberry jam. Bezpłomieniowy podgrzewacz chemiczny or flameless chemical heater. These are pretty powerful. I think it's the beast one, the monster one, called for really powerful effects, but yeah, we'll see how well it goes. It was made in May last year, so it's good for 3 years. Got koncentrat napoju herbacianego i o smaku cytrynowym. So tea drink, lemon flavored. That little accessories baggie. See you in a sec. Here's our main Bigos kiełbasą, 300 grams portion. I'm actually looking. Okay, as you can see, it's like a soft tin. I'll get a spoon and a napkin, which I won't be using. Get a straw, which I also won't be using because there's no point to that. Another pack of suchary specjalne. I will go and grab crisp bread, which comes in 24-hour rations just because it's more easy to eat than suchary. And we got nice sweets, which is fruit and syrup bar, cherry flavor. And Polish name for that is baton owocowo-zbożowy o smaku wiśniowym. Yeah, and that's about it. That's about what comes in the package. And the accessory pack, I'm tempted to leave this sealed as is because I don't know if I will use any other things. Basically, we got vitamin C candy, we got coffee candy, we got napkins, we got Ziploc baggie, salt, pepper, moist towelette, and the little chewing gum. This is a new way of packaging. I remember them being put in just bags or Ziploc bags. It's really curious packaging. I thought we'll open it because why not? There's a turnotch, and inside, as I said, a Ziploc baggie, moist towelette, be fresh. There's your TP ration. The little chewing gum, coffee candy, vitamin C candy, also known as Dicky, and salt and pepper. Okay, let's put the things aside, grab a tray, and start the ration heater. So the cardboard wrapper gives you the ingredients list. It's sausage, there's some fresh cabbage, some sauerkraut. Okay, that's curious. Like, I know you can mix them, but I believe in my family we make bigos from sauerkraut only, or like from kapusta kiszona. You see the Russian heater, it's much bigger than American ones. It's clear, see-through. Open the bag. Insert meal on the heater, okay. You just follow the instructions. And I got my water pre-measured, so there will be no problem how much to add. Meal inside. See, nice. Okay. There's the heater. Add 100 ml of water. I got it pre-measured because I said I remembered that from my previous Polish rations. Fold this leaf over, put it in the cardboard sleeve and leave it for 12 minutes. Okay, I will go grab my crisp bread now, so I will leave this in your view so you can keep track on me if it's starting up already. Keep an eye on me for that. Okay, nice proper reaction already. It's proper boiling in there. So let's put that a bit to the side and let's do all the heating while I get rest of the stuff on the tray. So what we got here, as I said, I brought some crisp breads, which might be a bit of a cheating, but you can find crisp breads in our 24-hour rations, and they will definitely go better with whatever menu you're having, whether that would be that Bigos or if there was something else in the ration. Comes the suchary specjalne, and like you can just hear how dense and hard they are. Dżem jagodowy wysoko słodzony, or blueberry jam, high sugar content. Something my mom would enjoy because for some reason most jams turn into low sugar content recently. This got high sugar. Of course we got the candy and the chewing gum. Cereal and dried fruit bar cherry flavor. As you may remember, it comes in this sort of wafer or like starch paper to prevent your fingers from sticking. You don't peel it, you eat it as is. The only other food item is the gulasz angielski or English stew. What it is pork meat, like a luncheon, pork luncheon meat, something like that. The texture might be a bit different, flavoring might be different, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Processed pork meat preserve for your sandwiches. Doesn't look the most appealing, but I'm sure it will be nice. Hello you, nice to see you. I got my Bigos cooking and I got all the other stuff on the tray, and now I'll make my tea. Well, instant tea ain't real tea. It's closer to American sweet tea, Only thing being we don't have sugar with this. Yeah. It calls for 250 ml of cold water. But you can mix it in warm as well, which is what I will do. You can also make it straight in the pouch. Just pour water in. There's a ziplock here. Shake it, shake it, shake it, and drink it from here through straw. Which is, as I said, not what I will be doing. I'm not in field conditions. I can get a bit more comfortable with my drinks. There's the pellets or granules of tea. Just put them in a mug. It calls for 250 ml. I think I might have a bit more, but it still be nice. Give it a stir so it can dissolve. So this combines tea and soft drink, and this is basically the kind of tea we drank as a kid. Yeah. It's nice. Nice warm lemony drink. I think for cold drink I like it as it is. For warm I usually would add some sugar, just for a more pronounced taste. It's not bad, it's just kinda meh. Okay, let me see you better. Okay. So since the Bigos still needs a couple more minutes to warm up properly. Oh, it's steaming so beautifully. Oh, just look at that, look at that. It's proper boiling in there. Let's try of the Panzercracker or Schar Specjalne. They get a little bit of cumin in it for better digestion, I guess. I wonder if they changed recipe or if they just are mighty fresh, because they're not as hard as I remember. A bit crumbly almost. Slightly sweet. I think we got a bit this. Okay, I'll get focused. The cumin really comes through. It's really nice, really nice. Let's check the gulasz angielski or English stew. As I said, it's processed pork stuff, a variety on luncheon meat. Grab a fork. Let's be civilized. I checked the list of contents because it says very plain. Basically, it's just pork meat. It's very thick, it's ground pork meat, but it's not like ground to a paste. It's got some texture to it, so you got some bite, and not much flavor besides porkiness. From the list of contents, it got salt, white pepper, and then stuff to keep it together. Very plain. But it's not bad. It's just it's a curious one. I mean, because I'm used to a more flavorful pork preserves, pork meat. This one is really unfamiliar. On the plus side, it means it will go nicely with jam, or you can cut it up and add it to your Bigos. I say this is my own addition. I want to try a bit of the blueberry jam just on its own first. As I said, it's high sugar content, very dark in color. Though if you look at it through the light, it's very deep red, like purple. Very sweet, but also very fruity. There's still blueberry seeds inside. It's really nice, really nice. And as I said, I'm going to try a little pork and fruit sandwich, because you know that pork likes fruits. Usually those would be apples, but berries should work too. It's a bit tricky to operate the way I got it set up for today, but a little bit of gulasz angielski and jam jagodowy, or English stew with blueberry jam. That's how you live, people. Because the pork is so plain, it becomes a perfect background. Like, get that meatiness from there, and you get the sweet, slightly sweet, fruity tones over that, and it's just okay. I believe the Bigos is still cooking, so let's make one more sandwich like that, because it's just bloody delicious. And obviously it wouldn't work with the suchary, with the pancer crackers. That's why I'm using the crisp bread, which, remember, does come in Polish 24-hour rations. A bit thicker probably to what I got, different composition to different grain, but the idea is the same. A bit of a styrofoam bread item to carry all your flavors. Delicious. The canned meat might as well be heated up. All the lovely jelly would dissolve, but cold, just as delicious. You can even take your fork with a spoon and eat it straight from the can, as is. No need for bread or anything. Just a portion of very accessible, very edible proteins. And it's been 12 minutes, but the heater is still going like crazy. I'm a bit worried to open it just yet. We'll give it a bit more. I'll try the cereal bar and then we'll get into Bigos. Nice warm drink in the cold weather. Nothing better than that. Fruit and cereal bar. Usually it's like dried fruit, like raisins, dates, apples. This time we'll have cherries, oats, and in a starch paper to prevent it sticking to your fingers. It's very chewy, not too sweet at all. Cherry flavor does come through. It's not too strong, but definitely there. Yeah, as a dessert, it's nice. It's sweet, but not cloyingly sweet. And for the dried fruit and grains, cereal will definitely keep you regular. It might. I'm trying to decide if it's my favorite flavor of the bar so far. I think it'll be close between this and the lime one. Very close. I'll have to have lime again to fully make my decision. Okay, let's check how the Bigos cakes through. Feeling good. It's mighty hot. I believe it uses different chemical compounds than the US FRH. The composition of the heating substance, it says on the carbo sleeve, is aluminum stabilized, calcium oxide, sodium carbonate, and aluminum sodium oxide. It's definitely working magic. I'm a bit okay. I should take it out, tear the sleeve, but I'll do it a bit differently because I'm a bit temp sensitive and I don't want to burn myself. Not on this. Okay, this will be tricky to take out. So it'll be very tricky because as I open it, the steam comes through and it's bloody hot. Oh, help, please, help. There's a bit of a smell coming from the bag now. And still go from the chemical compositions, chemical substance used for the reaction, but it's not as unpleasant as the regular FRH, the one that we're used to. Okay, yes, it's hot. I believe they made the tub longer. Let's see if this works. Because usually the tub just rips and okay. Yeah, it's that hot, okay? As I said, I'm sensitive to temps, but this is just hot. Loaded, just loaded on cabbage. On sausage, I'm sorry. Okay, just leave this here. Chock full of sausage. Nice and hot. I think they got some tomato paste in as well, which would be very nice. Dried tomatoes, okay, I would take that. Mostly because that's an ongoing discussion in my family, whether you add tomato paste to your bigos or not. I prefer it with, my folks without, so I usually finish off my portion with some ketchup. But yeah, we got sausage, there's a bit of pork meat as well. There's loads of the cabbage, both fresh and pickled, or no, kiszona. So let's just have a taste of a little bit of everything. Can we focus on here, please? Maybe like, okay. As you can see, the cabbage is very thinly chopped. Smells. Oh, sausage is smoky. I love the smell already. Oh my god. Okay, texture wise, it's not so great. Mostly because the cabbage is so finely chopped. It's really soft, very mushy. I think it's a bit better than I remember from before, but and it's got completely different cabbage to sausage ratio than I used at home, because we mostly use sausage or meats as flavorings. But geez, the flavor of this, so on point. And the sausage is very smoky, but the cabbage is just because it's one of those dishes where you just take whatever you got. Because usually people would prepare loads of kapusta kiszona, or pickled cabbage, or sauerkraut for winter, and then you dump all your leftover roast, leftover sausage, whatever you had on hand, into that, and just boil it together. And sometimes add wine if you had that. Sometimes you would add wild mushroom, as I said, tomato paste, and you just cook it and cook it. The longer you cook it, the better bigos tastes. And this is just maybe I just didn't have bigos in quite some time, but jeez, it's fucking delicious. Is what it is. The pieces of pork, pork shoulder, I believe, are noticeable. They provide a little extra bit of chew. They're not dry, not super soft, because that's what pork is, but as soft as you can get. Jeez, it's delicious. Yeah, I might just go and finish this right now because it's delicious. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very happy food for me. It's definitely great in a cold, rainy autumn weather because it's packed chock full of vitamins. It's very filling, it's very warming, it's very hearty. So you can eat it with your suchary, which is this. Just a little bit of cabbage. But Bigos doesn't even need any bread items to accompany it. You can eat it just on its own and you'll be just as happy. I think we're losing focus again. As I said, you can cut bits of your gulasz angielski, your English stew. You can add that in as well. If you don't have time to eat them separately, just make it one meal. That will work. And I'm pretty sure a little bit of extra sweetness from the jam won't hurt either. So just with the goulash first. So the English tea is a bit dry in it, but as I said, if you put that, it's whatever heating device you get, warmed it up to dissolve the jelly and stuff, it will work very nicely. I mean, technically you can even dump the contents of this tin into a can, into whatever canteen cup you get, and warm that over fire. Okay, now with a little bit of sweetness from the blueberry jam. It's a pity Twitch doesn't offer a better way to share flavors other than me describing them, because this is just gorgeous. Beside the cabbage texture, it's perfection. And the heater is still going, like just monster, like a proper monster. This is definitely a very happy meal today. Better than I expected. I don't know if they changed the recipe or if I'm just more willing to overlook the cabbage today. I mean, look, it's just full of sausage. Nice smoky sausage. It's just Okay, one last spoonful, and then we'll sum up all the components of this ration, okay? Because this is just okay. I could just go on because it's really Moorish. It's got something that wants you to go back and have just one more spoonful, and this is good. Because when you need to feed yourself, you want to be able to finish your food without forcing yourself to. So the flavor like this, flavor and texture that makes you just keep going back is it's a very good thing, because you then clean out your meal and you get to have energy and nutrients to keep going. Yeah. Happy food makes me lose my train of thoughts and words. Just to quickly sum up. This is Polish Indywidualna Racja Żywnościowa SR, or Individual Food Ration S-R-6 number 6. Bigos z kiełbasą. Sausage and cabbage stew. A bloody delicious one, if you ask me. We had some blueberry jam. Some English stew or gulasz angielski. It's basically a very basic pork lunch meat, in a way. That's some suchary specjalne. Technically, you could eat them with your other sides, if you add milk components, but that usually does not work because of how hard they are. But they're also nice in a way that your main is a bit soft. Meat, not too hard as well. This gives a bit of a crunch component to it. The fruit and syrup bar, cherry flavor, nice. Maybe not my favorite flavor, but nice and chewy. Providing you vitamins and fiber. Let's get focus here. Focus, thank you. Provides with vitamins, with fiber, for the good components. While giving you a bit of a dessert, actually. Nice, simple lemon tea drink. And then we got no coffee, but we got coffee candy, which will provide you with caffeine. And they are very coffee flavored. I will not have one today because they're my favorites, but yeah, definitely it's like having coffee without drinking coffee. There's a vitamin C candy. So try it. I don't think I ever tried that one on stream. Dicky is vitamin C. So Dicky candy with vitamin C. It's apple flavor. Just regular boiled sweets. Definitely apple flavor. It's like that combo of sweet and tart that you can't decide whether it's sweet or it's tart. It's just throwing the borderline between those two. I'll get back to you later, Dicky. It's nice. I mean, it's nice idea to get vitamins again in you. Something to keep your mouth occupied. A bit of morale boosted some. And after you down your candy, you can have your the little chewing gum to keep your teeth nice and whole. Okay, then, as I said today, just a very short stream because the weather makes me I need to take care of myself better. But this was a look into indywidualna racja żywnościowa SR zestaw numer 6 or Polish Individual Food Ration SR. I do recommend getting it if you can. I might have some spares, so can share if you like. It's a very, very nice bit of food, and they get double points for all the components matching. Like, as I said, I can add my can to the Bigos, I can add my jam to the Bigos, and they will still go very nicely together. So you can just have it all in one big meal instead, meal and the sides. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, whether in the chat or just lurking. Hope you are entertained. Hope you learned something maybe. I won't make promises on the Wednesday video game stream. I have to, cancel it this week. Don't know about next week yet. But I'll definitely see you next week for another Russian. Maybe, probably, hopefully, finally we'll get into the 2014 German one. Because as I said before, I have no idea in what shape the mains are. They might be completely inedible. But again, no promises. We'll see when we get there. Thank you for joining me again, and see you when I see you. Adi out.